Dear students, welcome to our online class. Today I am here to teach you a lesson from your literature book. The first lesson, the fun they had. Now, due to corona pandemic, we all are staying at home. There are some restrictions. Schools are closed. So we started online class, virtual class. You are staying at home, watching the videos and learning through an online platform. But actually there are some differences between online class and real classroom. What are the differences? Now we are using modern technology because our situation needs it. Can you imagine the education of the future? How it will be? Can you imagine the education system after 1.5 century? So this lesson deals with such a theme. This story discusses about the school system in 2157. The lesson fun they had discusses about the education of the future. Dear students, look at this picture carefully. It shows the features of schools of the future. Learning through computers. In future there will be facilities to learn through the computers. Nowadays also we are using, but in future we will depend upon computer more. There will be robotic teachers, robots as teachers. And a virtual classroom, you can see a virtual class online platform to learn. We will be depending upon e-texts, means text will be digital, letters, words, sentences, everything will be shown on the screen of the computer. These are some of the features of the education system of the future. The schools will be different from the present school system. Margie and Tommy, they are the important characters of the story. Margie is 11 years of age. In the year 2157, these two children, they are discussing about the past school system. They are comparing their school system with that of the past. Keep it in mind that the story happens in 2157. Margie and Tommy had a mechanical teacher, a machine for teaching. Their teacher is not a human being, it is a machine. Let us discuss the lesson in detail. The story is written by Isaac Asimov. He was born in Russia. He was a professor at Boston University. Dear students, this is a very small and interesting story. The story is set in the future. Right now we are living in 2020 and the story is set in the year 2157. So let us start the lesson. The lesson starts like this. Margie even wrote about it that night in her diary. On the page headed 17th May 2157, she wrote, "Today Tommy found a real book." Margie is the main character of the story, and she writes a diary on the night of 17th May 2157. She writes a diary. What did she write? She wrote in her diary that, "Today Tommy found a real book. Today Tommy found a real book." She is feeling so strange because in her times real books do not exist. They only have e-books. So the real book printed on paper made her astonished, made her surprised. She got a chance to see a real book. It was a very old book. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. It was a very old book, and Margie then remembered her grandfather. Her grandfather had told her that his grandfather studied all the books that were printed on paper. Her grandfather already told her that his grandfather studied the books that were printed on paper. stories were printed on paper that time. So this kind of book is very ancient. They cannot believe and they cannot imagine. So what the children did, they turned the pages which were yellow and crinkly. And it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen, you know. Margie is talking about the book that Tommy had found. She says that the pages of the book had turned yellow and they had been crushed as it was very old. Crinkly means with many folds or lines, something that is crushed. And the children found it very funny to read because the words stood still. They got surprised. Words are not moving. The books that Margie and Tommy read were online, e-books. And in the e-books, the words keep on moving. But in this book, printed book, the words are not scrolling. It stood still. For them, it was a strange experience. Letters are standing still, not moving. And then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that it had when they read it the first time. This was a strange experience for Margie and Tommy. The book is printed on a paper, and when they turned back to the previous page, the same words are there. The same words are staying permanently. But in e-book, they cannot see like that. In an e-book, the text keeps on changing on the screen. But this book, printed on a paper, if we go back, the same words stayed there permanently. So for the children, this was a very strange experience. "Gee," said Tommy, "what a waste. When you are through with the book, you just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had millions of books on it, and it is good for plenty more. I wouldn't throw it away." Tommy disliked the printed book. He said that it was a waste. He told Margie that when you are through with the book, you just throw it away. He told Maggie that when she is reading the book, she would definitely throw it away. Whenever you complete reading a book, you have to throw it away. You cannot have some different story written on the same book. But look at our television screen. He felt that the computer screen was very good because the same screen had shown him many books and still he could read many more on it. So he says that computer screen is better than the book he found. On the computer screen, he can read many books. And he would not have to throw that screen away. He would not throw that screen away once he had read the particular story. He felt that whenever we complete reading a book, we have to throw it away. But he would not have to throw that computer screen away once he had read a particular story. "Same with mine," said Margie. She was 11 and she hadn't seen many telebooks as Tommy had. He was 13. Margie agreed with Tommy's opinion. Margie was 11 years of age. She has not read as many books as Tommy had because Tommy was older to Margie. He was 13 years of age. Margie agreed with Tommy's opinion about printed books. She also says that telebooks are better than printed books. She said, "Where did you find it?" Margie asked Tommy that where had he found that printed books. "In my house." He pointed without looking because he was just busy reading. "In the attic." Attic is a space just below the roof used as a storeroom. Tommy replied to Margie that he found the printed book in the attic of his house. He pointed without looking. He pointed his hands because he was busy in reading the book. He did not move his eyes from the book. He said, he found the book in the attic of his house. What's it about? Margie asked. What the book was about. She asked what was the content of the book. School. Tommy replied that book was about school, about going to school, about the life at school. Margie was scornful. School. Margie was scornful. Scornful means contemptuous. Margie hated the word school. And she said that what was there to write about a school? She feels that there is nothing to write about a school. And she hated school. Why does Margie hate school? There is a reason. Margie always hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had taken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. Margie hated school because she had a mechanical teacher. Mechanical teacher means a machine that teaches. Margie hated that machine because it was giving her so many tests in geography and which were very difficult for her. She was performing very bad. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully. Finally, her mother thought that there was something wrong with the machine, so she had called the county inspector to check it. Her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. He was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. County inspector came to check the mechanical teacher. He was a round little man and he had a red face. He was carrying a big box full of tools with the dials and wires. He arrived at Margie's house. She had no separate school. Her classroom is attached to her room itself. So he came to Margie's house and checked the mechanical teacher. Margie had hoped he wouldn't know how to put it together again, but he knew how, all right. And after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big screen on which the lessons were shown and the questions were asked. Margie had hoped that he wouldn't know how to put it together again. Margie hoped he wouldn't know how to put the parts of the machine together again, but he knew everything. Once he had opened the computer, Margie hoped that he would be unable to close it back. She did not like to study from this teacher. But the man knows everything. He was an expert, and within an hour he repaired the computer and had closed it and made it ready to teach Margie once again. The county inspector came, he repaired the computer and had closed it. Margie wished that he would be unable to close it, but unfortunately he closed it and made it ready to teach Margie once again. Now she gives a description of the computer. She feels that it is very huge. It is black in color. Her mechanical teacher is very huge and it is black in color, and she dislikes the appearance. It has a big screen and all the lessons appear on the screen, and many questions are asked on the same screen which are difficult for Margie. So there was a screen and all the lessons appear on that screen, and many questions are asked on the screen which are difficult for Margie. So this is Margie's teacher, a mechanical teacher. It is entirely different from the present day teacher. It is a machine. It has a screen and all the lessons appear on the screen, and many questions are asked on the same screen, and these questions were very difficult for Margie. The inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Margie's head. Inspector finished the work. He reassembled the machine. He smiled at Margie and he patted Margie's head. He said to her mother, "It is not the little girl's fault. It is not the little girl's fault, Mrs. Jones. I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. The county inspector said to her mother, "It is not the little girl's fault." Margie was getting bad marks in geography because the machine was not working properly. The geography lesson was geared to a higher level. It was not working properly and it was geared to a higher level. That's why the girl got bad marks in geography tests. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. He said that sometimes machines malfunctioned and that is what had happened. He had slowed it down. He slowed the geography sector and set it to the speed of a learner of 10 years of age. He slowed it down, set it to the pace of a learner of 10 years of age. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. Actually, the overall pattern of her progress is quite satisfactory. And he patted Maggie's head again. He said that Maggie was learning at a good pace. Her progress is quite satisfactory. It was the fault of the machine. He again patted Margie's head. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away together. Margie was sad because she didn't want to learn. She didn't want to study from this machine. She didn't like the mechanical teacher. So she was sad. She wanted that the inspector should take it away. She hoped that the inspector would take the teacher away. But the inspector repaired the machine and Margie was disappointed. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. Margie remembers when Tommy's mechanical teacher had been taken away for repair for almost 1 month and he was enjoying his time. It had been taken away because the history sector of the machine had been wiped out. The history sector had blanked out completely. That's why Margie was disappointed. She was sad. So she said to Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school?" Margie again asked Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school? What is there to write about a school? Why would anyone write about school? What is there to write about school?" For her, the school means the mechanical teacher and the homework and tests given by the mechanical teacher. She hates it. That's why she asked the question again, why would anyone write about school? Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes. Tommy was looking at Margie with superior eyes. He looked at Margie with superior eyes because he knew something that Margie was not aware of. He knew something about the old kind of school. Because it is not our kind of school, stupid. This is the only kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He said that Margie was silly because she did not know that years ago the school was not the kind they had. He told Margie that the old kind of school is entirely different from their present schools. This is the old kind of school. The book is about the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Tommy told Margie that this was the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. Loftily means in a superior way. Tommy wanted to stretch the time period and said that centuries ago, not your present school, the old schools. Margie was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. Margie was hurt at Tommy's behavior And she said that she did not know what kind of schools they had centuries ago. She doesn't know. I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said anyway they had a teacher. She was curious. She looked over Tommy's shoulder. She tried to read the book. And she said that perhaps they had a teacher. Anyway, they had a teacher. Anyway, they had a teacher to teach. Sure, they had a teacher. It wasn't a regular teacher, it was a man. Tommy agreed, yes, they had a teacher. But it wasn't a regular teacher. By regular teacher, Tommy refers to a mechanical teacher. He calls the machine a regular teacher. It is always there at their home. So mechanical teacher is a regular teacher. But it wasn't a regular teacher, it was a man. He said that it was a human being. They had a human being to teach them. The students of old kind of school had human beings as their teacher. The students who studied in the old kind of schools had human being as their teacher. But Margie and Tommy had mechanical teachers. A man. How could a man be a teacher? Margie could not believe this. Margie could not believe that a man was a teacher because she had always seen a machine doing that. How could a man be a teacher? She asks. Is it possible? Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. Tommy replies. Tommy replies that there was a man to teach the students who taught the class, discussed many things with the students, gave them homework, and then asked them different questions based on it, just like their mechanical teacher did. Then Margie has another doubt. A man isn't smart enough. Margie said that a man teacher is not as smart as the machine teacher. Mechanical teacher is smart. Man is not smart enough. Sure, he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. Tommy asks Margie not to underestimate the human teacher. Human teacher is also smart. He said that human teacher is as smart as a machine. Then he says about his father. His father knows as much as his machine teacher. He compares the machine to his father and says that his father knows as much as his machine teacher. So, human teacher is also smart. He knows almost as much. I betcha. Betcha means it is an informal usage. I bet you, or I am sure. Tommy could bet on it that the human teacher knew as much as a mechanical teacher. For example, his father knows as much as his machine teacher. So he says he is sure that the human teacher knew as much as a mechanical teacher. Margie wasn't prepared to dispute that. She said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. Margie didn't oppose Tommy's opinion about the human teacher. She said she did not want a strange man, the human teacher, to come to her house to teach her. I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. Margie said she wouldn't want a strange man in her house to teach her. Tommy found it very funny. Tommy screamed with laughter. He found it very funny. He started laughing. Tommy screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Margie. He screamed. He made a sound with laughter. You don't know much, Margie. The teachers didn't live in the house. The teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all kids went there. Tommy found it funny when Margie said that she didn't want a strange man to come to her house to teach her. He said that teachers didn't come to students' house to teach them. In the past, the teachers didn't come to the students' house to teach them. They had a special building. They had a special building, a school. And the students went to the school to study. They had a special building and all the kids went there. Next question by Margie. And all the kids learned the same thing. Margie was astonished. She had another doubt. Tommy said they had a special building called a school and all the kids went to the school to study. Margie asks, and all the kids learned the same thing? Margie was astonished and asked that, did all the children learn the same thing? Sure, if they were the same age. Tommy said that all the children of the same age studied the same thing. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. Margie refers to a machine teacher. She says that her mother told her that the machine had to be tuned to the level of each boy and a girl. She says that her mother told her that the machine had to be tuned to the level of each boy or a girl who was studying from it. So each child had to be taught separately depending upon their level. My mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. This was her mother's opinion. So Margie had a doubt. In the case of a human teacher, how is it possible? How can he teach the students of same age? Just the same, they didn't do it that way then. If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. Tommy replied that in the past they did not do it that way. He got irritated and he said to Margie that she need not read the book. If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. He got irritated at Margie and said that she need not read the book. I didn't say I didn't like it, Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. Margie is interested in the book. She wanted to know what kind of schools were there in the past because she felt that they were fun. She wanted to read about those funny schools. The children were discussing about the book they got and about the schools in the past. Then suddenly Margie's mother called her. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called. Margie, school. Margie had read just half of the book when her mother called her, as it was the time for her to attend her virtual class. It was time for her to attend her virtual class. Margie, school, mother called. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Margie's school was in the next room, next to her bedroom. She said to her mother that not yet. She did not want to go to school now, and it is probably time for Tommy too. Margie's mother said to Tommy that it was time for him also to go to school too. Margie said to Tommy, "Can I read the book some more with you after this?" Margie was so interested in the book. She wanted to know about the schools of the past. So she was interested in that book. She asked Tommy if she could read the book with him after school, because now it was time for her to attend her virtual class. Maybe, he said nonchalantly. Nonchalantly means not showing much interest, carelessly. Tommy tried to ignore her and said that maybe she could read it after school. Maybe she could read it. He didn't show any interest. He walked away whistling, the dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Tommy was feeling very great because Margie was interested in reading the book. He placed the book under his arm and he went off to his home. Tommy started going home with the book. Now it is the time for Margie to attend the class. Dear students, today we are concluding here. We will discuss the remaining part of the lesson in the next video. I think you got an idea about the lesson. Complete the given homework and send it in the group. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.